So I'm going to do a gang stalking update, and I'm also going to show you some of my DIY homemade handmade jewelry, and another tip. Before I get into those things, let me just go over a few things that the schemy scammies said. So it seems like the schemy scammies believe that they're better qualified than I am to live and run my life. They speak English as a not primary language, but they like to criticize my English. They also have financial and credit problems and run schemes and scams and are criminals, but they feel like someone who has never been a criminal isn't qualified to run her own life. They claim all these things are to my benefit. And then they try, someone left a really good comment in a video I just made, and I just want to quote that person. The person said that this is how these people, they love bomb you at first, and then afterwards they come on with the gaslighting. And that's what I'm going through right now. So these people started out with saying how they want to help me, and now they're calling me names. The other part of that is that they said they're going to start doctoring my videos. They also claimed that they used my likeness in videos and had someone else reenact things. So if you're familiar with that, that's another crime. So if you're using my likeness and pretending to be me and shooting videos, then you're committing another crime. The last point I want to make about them is that they keep saying someone's whole family. Well, I can't imagine that someone's entire family is involved in gang stalking me. That seems like a loser in my book. I use that word to send a signal to someone who I believe is involved in this, who once called me a loser until now I find out that person's a criminal. So that person's a big loser. I'm not a loser. They do this to other people, and I think it involves a lot of people who are sexist and racist. And I will continue to keep calling law enforcement. They have a way of wanting to keep criticizing me, in addition to hitting me in the head, heating me up at night. They heat me up so much at night that my ear wax melts. I woke up one time and had a drop of earwax on my pillow. That's because they said I must hear what they have to tell me. They're telling me something that's so amazing that I must hear them. But I want to let you know you can hear them. If you go to my playlist, which is audio, you'll hear them. But also if you play my videos at 0.25, the slowest speed, you can hear the technology they're using. This type of technology, they said, drives people crazy. So they said eventually they're going to drive me crazy. But I feel like if I take you on that drive with me, at least you can see how it works. So far, they've been doing this to me, I believe, since about 2016. So this drive seems to be a very slow drive. But if you and I are talking on a regular basis, you will see the progress. So you'll see if I go crazy and I become nuts. They said they want to make me like the naval officer. And there's something that they claim that they use this technology on a naval officer who ended up becoming a mess. I hope that doesn't happen to me. But if you feel, and I've seen some gang stalking videos where people have said that it causes them to feel nuts, and I felt nuts at times. If you see this happening to me, call the police, call the FBI, let them know this is happening. If this is happening to you, do the same thing. I'm not going to be like the people who attack other people. I'm also not going to go along with the crimes. I'll give you a quick rundown of the crimes they've presented. Fencing, which I believe is when you get goods and then you resell it and it could be stolen merchandise. I won't do that. Everything that I've bought from my jewelry business or everything that I've homemade or handmade, I have receipts for. They wanted me to call people and spread this kind of technology to other people. I will not. They wanted me to wear a wig and go around with a wig. I will not. They wanted to engage in prostitution. I will not. They told me I should leave my apartment, go to my neighbor's apartment and accuse that neighbor of something. I will not. They told me they wanted to have me falsely arrested for crimes that the police are going to arrest me. They will not. They said that I've committed horrible crimes, the most heinous crimes, but no one's ever called the police. If you feel I've committed a crime, please call the police. I will gladly speak to the police. They accused me of making up stories about my life. I did not. And I'm slowly giving you guys some background. I'm checking to make sure I'm filming this because I'm trying to do it without knowing if I'm filming it. I'm slowly trying to give you information about my background so that you folks can fact check me. I mean, you're fact checking me. If I'm showing you copies of things and I'm telling you about my background, I've been in the Bronx for 48 years, you all can fact check me. And trust me, these people have not come forward. Instead, what they're doing is following me around, calling me a dog. Yes, they have. You hear the audio. How they're doing this is with this technology, with the sounds that once the sounds get some way they're connecting it, I can actually hear them, and I hear people going back and forth in the hallway. It's not my neighbors. I told you in a previous video, I can't record it like a normal conversation. So if your neighbors are talking or someone's just using regular voice, like their voice, if I'm talking to you, I can record it. It sounds like a normal recording. But if you listen to the audios that I put into my playlist, these aren't normal recordings that can be recorded. I can't understand what technology they're using. So what this would do is it would cause me to falsely accuse someone, because I believe it has to do with your cell phone. If they play something with some sort of cell phone and they're not talking and I accuse them of something, well, it could be something that they said that they sync cell phones or they do something with the cell phone. So it could be an innocent person. So I have to tread carefully. I cannot just approach people. They said they're doctoring videos and that the reason they have to listen to me and invade my privacy is to know what I would say so that they can play it in their imaginary videos. I call these videos imaginary because I've never seen these videos, but it makes sense if you think about it. If you are trying to figure out what I would say so that you can then use my likeness, you can use me in so many ways. You can use me for dialogue in a book. You could use me for these videos where they take my likeness. You could use me to call people up and pretend it's me. So it can commit so many crimes, and that's part of why I have to keep speaking to you folks and letting you know this is happening, so that if you get a call from someone claims to be Shamega Johnson, it's not me. If you see a video with someone prancing around, they said they have people prancing around pretending to be me, that's weird, but it's not me. If they're doctoring videos, or even if they said they're going to make my videos sound like I'm saying inappropriate things, report it. So part of what I'm doing with this is making sure the world, not just these people, know who I am. The world knows the reason why they targeted me. They didn't target me because I was a crazy failure. Why would you know how many crazy you know how many crazy failures there are in the world like them? They didn't use those likenesses because they didn't want that. You get what I'm saying? And I know you folks understand. Guys get it. If I had been a crazy failure who didn't have anything, they wouldn't want me, which is so sad. Why is it sad? Because guess what? They're the ones creating this craziness. They're the ones creating this craziness. They want to make me a crazy failure. Why? Because then they could take advantage of me. They think that that's a slur. It's not a slur. You want to know why it's not a slur? It's telling you the process. How if by driving me crazy and making me a crazy failure, they can take over my life. You see the difference between what I'm saying and what they would claim I'm saying? They would say, well, you shouldn't call people a crazy failure. Well, they called me a crazy failure. They called me a loser. Why? Because I'm not a loser. The other people they're targeting are not losers. These people are targeting people who are successful, who have something they want. They're not targeting other people. They're targeting you because they want something from you. And that's part of this process. And they don't want me to tell you folks that. They don't want me to say, no, they're not targeting people who don't have something they want. They're not targeting you because you don't have something they want. They're targeting you because you do have something they want. That's part of how they operate. How do I know? Because as I'm exposing each stalker, I'm telling you how they operate. That's the truth. And you know what? Because I know this video is going to make them so upset, I'm going to stop this video right now and come up with a different video afterwards, because I want this video to provoke these losers into acting out. That's how they operate. All their setups are designed to make people who they target look bad, look crazy. Don't fall for it. Right now, I feel like a tightness right here in my head and a pain on my shoulder. So whatever they're using, I live at 140 Bellamy Loop, Bronx, New York, 10475. Whatever they're using in this building is causing this. You understand, folks? So they want to keep this hidden. I'm telling you the truth, and I'm telling it out in the open so that you folks, if you know what's going on, if you're involved in this, if these people have involved you in it, it's a crime. They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to. So if you know anything, call the police, call the FBI. Let's get this reported. And on behalf of all the other people that they want to label a crazy loser, like I told you, they want to label me, we're not crazy losers. They wanted to target us to make it look like I'm a crazy loser. That's why they make these videos where they have someone pretending to be me. That's why they wanted to use all this technology. That's why they wanted to beat me up and disfigure me so I would be unrecognizable. That's why they wanted me to walk around wearing some crazy wig to make me look like I have a mental illness. So on that note, like I said, always call the police, always call the FBI so that we can expose these people. I'm going to end this video here, and I'll come up with another video in a few moments.